I would not in any way, shape or form have sent Declan Rice off for that. Surely, Jeff, common sense has to prevail at times. They said he was trying to take a quick free kick. There's nobody up the pitch, so he is not trying to take a quick free kick or gain any advantage. I think Declan Rice was wrong flicking the ball away. I think the ref was wrong. I don't think anybody covered themselves in glory. Right, well, I'll be brutally honest. I did the game. I was doing the game with Fletch, and Fletch and I were watching it, and we didn't actually see him flick the ball away. That's how inconspicuous it was, right? He just kind of nonchalantly flicks the ball away, right? So when I saw it again, I thought it was Veltman that was under scrutiny for a kick on Declan Rice, and that's the way it looked. I'll get you my take on it. This will completely split opinion. There's no doubt about that, because a lot of folk will say, letter of the law, he's got to go, right? And if you're doing everything by the letter of the law, then he probably has got to get a yellow card. But surely, Jeff, common sense has to prevail at times. I think Declan Rice was wrong flicking the ball away. I think the ref was wrong giving him another yellow card. I thought he should have showed a little bit of common sense. And I think Veltman, who was probably, he was definitely at it, because they said he was trying to take a quick free kick. I asked him to get I don't know if you saw it, I asked him to get the wide angle, right? Yes. So I could see what was up the pitch. I did see it, yep. So I could see what was up the pitch. There was nothing. Nobody inside. There's nobody up the pitch. So he is not trying to take a quick free kick or gain any advantage. He probably succeeded in what he tried to do, and that was maybe get Declan Rice to flick the ball away and get booked and get sent off. So Veltman he's not covered himself in glory in my book.
He was shameless because he came out and talked to the media afterwards about how he was looking for Danny Welbeck. Well, he wouldn't have seen him anywhere where he was aiming that kick.
He'd needed a map and a periscope to find it. There's no way he was looking for Danny Welbeck, right? He did what he's did. Now, I actually thought he was a little bit lucky not to get any action for the follow through. I really, really do. So in answer to the question, I don't think anybody covered themselves in glory, right? But I would not in any way, shape or form have sent Declan Rice off for that. And somebody will come in and say, but he's broke the laws of the game. Common sense has to prevail sometimes.
Yeah, but you won't get common sense when the laws are so specific. And for me, this does not require a law. This should be under unsporting behaviour. Yes, it shouldn't be so black and white as say you kick the ball away, you get a yellow card. Because obviously, everybody's going to refer to the João Pedro incident in the first half.
It's the inconsistency.
It is inconsistent.
It is the inconsistency that upsets everybody. 100%.
I just think, does anybody want to see people getting yellow cards for something like that? And the answer is no. No. But
you're right, because the law there, there's no kind of grey area, which a lot of people say, well, that's a good thing. But in this case, it's actually not. You're right, it should come under the term ungentlemanly conduct, where we all know when people are kicking the ball away and trying to waste time and trying to buy a little time, and it happens and it infuriates people. I get that. That in that particular incident was not the case for me. It was just a nonchalant kind of wee flick. I don't even know if the ball does go a yard, right? But then I did say in commentary that the letter of the law, it doesn't matter if he kicks the ball away 40 yards or 6 inches. I suppose he's kicking the ball away.
Everybody talks about the letter of the law. We've heard it so many times. Well, the law must be dyslexic then, because it's just wrong. By the way, Mark, the Southend fan, I think it must be a ref. VAR got a lot of things right this weekend. Why don't you talk about the positives instead of just the negatives? Well, Mark, we're not talking about VAR because VAR was not involved in this. It was a yellow card. It couldn't be. Yep. So VAR is irrelevant. And by the way, I just want to mention when we're talking about referees, Steve Cooper has absolutely slaughtered refereeing standards in this country this weekend after his Leicester side lost home to Aston Villa. He said, I think everybody in the stadium would have been booked if the referee could have got round to it. I've just accepted that refereeing is where it is. I've said things before and end up being fined. I'm not going to do that. I think you just have, actually, Steve, to be brutally honest. I don't know, refereeing standards, everybody does their best. Nobody's trying to get things wrong. I mentioned earlier, I think Anthony Taylor had a fine game at Old Trafford.
Do you know the problem referees have got now, and it's happened in recent years, Jeff? The problem referees have got now, they can't make an honest mistake. They can't make a mistake, an honest mistake, because cameras are everywhere and people like us scrutinise every decision, right? See if there was no VAR, right? I think it would be less of a problem. I really, really do, because I think referees would go like, well, he's made a mistake there, but you know, these things happen. It's just he didn't see that. But because of VAR now, there's no opportunity really for referees to make mistakes, because they think because everything's televised, everything's VAR, if VAR guys watching the game, well, there shouldn't be any mistakes. That's what people think, and it's wrong. Of course it's wrong, because human error will still make mistakes with VAR.
It'll be a talking point, there's no question about that, until the next round of games come round. It's a shame it's not this weekend, isn't it? An international break
I know.
This early in the season. Ash, who's a Newcastle United, he's on one today. I'll tell you what, he's sent in a dozen gags. Well, maybe not quite a dozen. I'm just going to read one. He said, I was going to try an all-almond diet, but that's just nuts. Thank you very much indeed for that contribution.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.